Here we go. So there's this whole family of potatoes. There's a mommy potato and the daddy potato, and they have 3 daughters, and all the daughters are potatoes. So one day the potato family sits down to dinner, and they always have these family dinners. They'll all get together, they'll sit at the table, and they all talk, like a traditional family dinner. So one night they all sit down, sit at the table, and they start talking about how their day was, and they're eating dinner, and the oldest potato says, "I have some really good news to share. I think you'll all be really excited." So everyone gets quiet, and the mother potato says to her, "Well, what is it?" And so the oldest potato daughter, she says, "Well, you're not going to believe it, but I'm engaged. I'm getting married." So, of course, the whole family is so excited, and they're all like ecstatic that the oldest daughter is getting married. And the mother potato says, "Well, that's great. Who are you marrying?" And the oldest daughter says, "I'm marrying a russet potato." And the mother is just so excited, and she says, "Wow, a russet potato. That's a really fine tater." And so everyone's celebrating, talking about what they're going to do for the wedding, where they might hold it, and they're just all so excited. But then the middle daughter pipes up, and she says, "Well, I have some really good news too." And the mother says, "Well, it can't be as good as your sister's news. Our oldest potato is getting married." And the middle potato daughter says, "Well, I think you'll be really excited. I think it is really good news. It might almost be as good as my sister's news." So the oldest potato turns to her sister, and she says, "Well, what's your news?" And the middle potato daughter says, "Well, you won't believe it, but I'm getting married too." And the mother says, "Wow, 2 of my daughters engaged. This is so exciting. We're going to have a big wedding. You'll both be married." And then she turns to her middle daughter and she says, "Well, who are you marrying?" And the middle potato daughter says, "Well, I'm marrying an Idaho potato." And the mother gets so excited. She says, "Wow, an Idaho potato. That's a really fine tater." And they're just so excited, the mother especially, that her 2 daughters are marrying such fine taters. And so then things kind of quiet down, and they go back to eating. And the youngest potato daughter speaks up, and she says, "Well, I have some news too." And her father, the potato, says, "Well, I mean, your news can't be as good as your sister's. Like, they're getting married, but go ahead." And so the youngest potato daughter, she says, "Well, you really won't believe it this time, but I'm engaged. I'm getting married too." And so the whole family is just so excited. All 3 daughters will be married. The mother potato can't believe it. She never thought the day would come that her daughters would marry and move out. So she turns to her youngest potato daughter and she says, "Well then, who are you marrying?" And the youngest potato daughter, she says, "Well, Mom, I'm marrying Brian Williams." And the mother gets a look of disgust on her face. She says, "But he's just a commentator."